At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.
In the tapestry of time, every family has a story to tell, but memories captured in old photos can fade away, lost to the ravages of time. Don't let your cherished memories slip away. Digitizing your family photos is the first step to preserving your legacy. At Legacy Planning and Preservation, we specialize in preserving your family's history. Secure your memories for generations to come. Preserve the past, protect the future. Visit our website now and take the first step to preserving your family's legacy. Don't wait. The moments captured in those photos won't last forever.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this. Guys, give me 1 second. Hold on. It has the bubble. I don't want the bubble yet. Here we go. Let me change that. There we go. Okay. And give me 1 more second. Let me turn off this backlight because it gives a bad like glare. Give me a second. All right, everyone, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Do me a favor. Please hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. Shout out to my brother, Fitzgerald Stevens, who was in the chat. Even though he is an Alabama fan, we forgive him. We forgive Fitzgerald for being an Alabama fan. It is okay. We still love you. My brother Fitzgerald, we still love you. But hit that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. Couple of announcements. Announcement number one. I don't like this. I don't like the bar being in blue, but we're gonna rock with it. We still gonna rock with it. You know, we're gonna rock with it. Hold on. Here we go. There's a bubble. Here we go. Here's our. This is where I change it. Bam. We good to go. Okay, got that out the way. Couple of announcements. Announcement number one. We are rolling to Sierra Leone. We're rolling to Sierra Leone. In 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, we are rolling to Sierra Leone. Please visit donfo.africa. Again, please visit donfo.africa to learn more. We will love to have you all. Again, we will love to have you all in Sierra Leone, to host you guys in Sierra Leone. We're going to have a great time. We're going to eat some great food. We're going to hit up Sierra Leone. We're going to hit up Freetown. We're going to hit up Bo, Local Masama, River Number 2. Get some of that good old lobster. So again, please visit donfo.africa to learn more. Once again, we will love to have you all and to host you guys in Sierra Leone. Also, we're rolling to Benin in January for the Voodoo Festival. Again, we are rolling to Benin in January for the Voodoo Festival. So please visit donfo.africa to learn more. Guys, go on the site, sign up for the newsletter. Again, sign up for the newsletter. And we'll love to host you guys in Sierra Leone and Benin. By tomorrow, I'll have the rest of the our tour schedule updated for next year. So yeah, man, come along, come and join us, come along. Without further ado, today's topic, I have a question. Why aren't Indian men being shamed, being pressured? In fact, before we even go there, disclaimer. I love all of y'all. I love every single one of y'all. You guys are more, even if we have a difference in thought, difference in opinion, I still love you all. You are more than welcome to come on and, again, share your difference in opinion, share your difference in thought. Diversity in thought is more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come on and give your side of the story. If you agree, if you disagree, I don't care who you voting for. I don't care if you vote for Kamala. I don't care if you vote for Trump. I don't care if you vote for the couch. That is your right. That is your right, and it's all love. Okay? But the topic today, the question I have, why aren't Indian men being pressured, being shamed to vote for Kamala Harris the way Black men are? That's the question. We know Barack Obama came out, gave his little speech or whatever. Michelle Obama's been out there. Stacey Abrams been out there. But why isn't the Indian community, her other half, why aren't they being shamed and pressured to vote for Kamala Harris? I'd like to know why. Really simple, straight to the point. That's the question. Why is the pressure on Black men? Again, vote your conscience, vote for who you want to. Why can't it just be that? Vote for who you want to. Why gotta be okay if you don't vote for Kamala, asterisk? It's because you're this, it's because you're that. I haven't seen this asterisk been associated with Indian men, her other half, the half that raised her. Well, the woman, her mom. Yeah, her mom raised her. But we've heard from the Indian uncle. The Indian men on that side of her family have been very vocal about Kamala. So why aren't the Indian men being pressured to vote for Kamala the same manner that for some reason Black men and Black women are being pressured to vote for Kamala? Why aren't Indians being pressured to vote for Kamala in the same manner that the African American is being pressured and shamed to vote for Kamala Harris? Thank you. Appreciate it. Love. Shout out to Kai. Kai gave me the shirt. Shout out to Kai. So that's the question. I'll put the link in the chat room. You want to add to the convo? You're more than welcome to add to the convo. It don't matter what percentage of the voting public are Indian American. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know. Well, let me say this. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. If she's Indian and she brags about making chicken masala and curry chicken or whatever, chicken 65, her Indian recipes, the way she reps India so hard, which is fine because that's half her identity. Why isn't the Indian side being pressured and shamed into voting for her? Period. Why is the attack on black men and black women? Why is the attack on black men specifically? Why already is it being set up that if Kamala Harris loses, the black man's fault? Why? Why not the Indian man, the Indian woman? But guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room. If you want to add to the conversation, click on the link. Predictions. Predictions. Election predictions. We're gonna watch Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Those are the key states. Trump wins Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Race is over. Trump wins Georgia, North Carolina, Nevada, Arizona, and either Wisconsin or Michigan. Race is over. Me personally, my prediction, I don't see Kamala Harris doing better than Hillary Clinton. Even with, abortion being on the line, even though that's something that Supreme Court gave to the states. It's up to the states as far as abortion via the Supreme Court. I don't see Kamala Harris doing better than Hillary Clinton. If you just ask, it just is what it is. No need to get emotional. This just is what it is. Being a betting man, I'm a bet on the election. My money is on Trump. Another thing too, I haven't seen black people and Latinos be this vocal in supporting a Republican candidate. I'm 42 years old. I've never seen black folks be this vocal online in public in regards to supporting a Republican. I have never seen it. The reason, if you ask me my opinion, the reason why the Democratic Party won in 2020 was because of COVID and George Floyd, and you got a lot of white guilt votes because of George Floyd, and then of course of COVID. That's because Trump only lost Georgia by like 11,000 votes. Then like the truth came out about COVID and Black Lives Matter. They took the $60 million and moved to the whitest neighborhoods they could find. And white folks were like, hold on. We didn't give y'all $60 million for the community because of what happened to George Floyd. And y'all take y'all money meant to fight racist white supremacy cops in the system. And you guys take that $60 million and you move to the whitest, richest, most exclusive neighborhood on the planet. One of them. Then we see what's going on with the economy, with immigration, with foreign policy. Folks said, hell no, we're going back Republican. So, and the result of that was in 2022 when Stacey Abrams. In fact, let's look at this real quick. This is how Georgia's going to play out, if you ask me. Hold on. This is how it's going to play out, if you ask me. I want to see if this is here we go. Let's play this real quick.
Zero accounting software helped put me on the right path. It's easy to find your numbers all in one place.
Are closed and the results are slowly filtering in.
Yeah, after 2 weeks of record-breaking early voting, today was the final chance for Georgia voters to make their voices heard. Taking a look at the governor's race as it stands right now, 71% of precincts reporting an incumbent Republican governor, Brian Kemp, has the lead, 54% to Stacey Abrams, his Democratic challenger's 45%.
Not saying, in fact, I wonder what the final, hold on, let me, the final results, because not saying Trump's going to win by 9% here in Georgia. I wonder where the final, here we go right here.
Continue to follow that breaking news for you. Stacey Abrams, the Democratic challenger, has officially conceded to Republican incumbent Governor Brian Kemp. Again, that breaking news that this race has now been called by NBC News and the Associated Press for Brian Kemp winning re-election in the state of Georgia. That race has officially been called once again for Governor Brian Kemp.
And again, not saying Trump's going to win by 9%. But I see the same outcome in Georgia. My concern is that blacks are more caught up in Trump's cult of personality more than they are moving to the GOP. Let's see how we vote in 2028. And links in the chat room. Come on and expand on that. No one's talking about his Project 2025. He's already disavowed Project 2025. Y'all got to stop. Listen. Trump has already came out and said he does not support Project 2025. All right. We got to move on. All right. We got to move on. He's already said he does not support Project 2025. So what do you mean about this project? He doesn't support it. That's what he said. So we got to move on. Doesn't matter what his people wrote. Hold on, let me see something. All right, so it just, again, it's whatever. What people have to understand right now, the economy, foreign policy, immigration are the issues, not Project 2025. All right, it's whatever. Okay. But guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in, you're more than welcome to call in. But, again, my election prediction, I see Trump winning. I said Trump will win in 2020. I was just being very, very, I don't want to say arrogant, but I just didn't deal with the facts in regards to COVID and George Floyd. There's no COVID and George Floyd in 2024. It doesn't exist. So yeah, those are my election predictions. I see, again, I see Trump winning. But I could be wrong. But tomorrow's going to be very interesting. Again, tomorrow is going to be very, very interesting, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button. I already read that super chat. Guys, don't be afraid to super chat. Links in the chat room. But I think Trump is going to win. Big Rel, Trump by landslide. I don't, you know what's interesting? So I've been, keeping up with the polls. And Kamala's favored to win New Jersey. But people on the ground in New Jersey like Trump might win New Jersey. They're saying New Jersey's in play. Anybody from New Jersey? Is there anybody from New Jersey, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia in the chat room? If you are, call in. Let me know what's going on the ground. But no matter whoever wins, it's all good. It's all good. We still got to move forward. We still got to go to work. Okay, I don't think he will win New Jersey, but it'll be closer than usual. I got people on the ground in Jersey saying, hey, man, don't count out New Jersey. I'm like, oh, okay. That's going to be interesting. Several people on the ground in New Jersey were like, Dynas, New Jersey, don't be surprised if Trump flips New Jersey. I'm like, New Jersey's so damn close to New York, but so close to Pennsylvania. But again, so close to Pennsylvania. Akil says, I don't think he will win Jersey, but it will be. Stoics got a crush on Marie. I think Marie's taken, but that's none of my business. I'm going to stay out of it. In fact, I might be out of my place putting her business out there, but she's in public, even on this channel. She says she has a man in Sierra Leone, but that's out of my place. That's between you and Marie. That's between you and Marie. I might, they might have an open relationship. I don't know. Again, that's between you and Marie. Let me stay out of it. But shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. It's Miss Chambers. I've lived through 2 Bushes laugh aloud. Trump is a cakewalk. At least Twitter will be popping again if you win. I'm sorry, Marie, if I put your business out in the street, even though you've been on here and said that you have a man, but it's not in my place to, that's for you to say, not me. So I apologize if I'm out of place. But guys, links in the chat room if you want to call in, call in. If not, Marie, you're in Minnesota. Marie, is how's Minnesota looking? But guys, links in the chat room. Yeah, Candace Owens got receipts on, Kamala's background. Again, Candace Owens has receipts on Kamala's background. So that's very interesting. But Marie, I thought do you live in Ohio, Marie? Oh, that's right, you live in Ohio, not Minnesota. Where I get Minnesota from? Okay. She's taken, but hey, I'm gonna stay out of that one. I'm gonna stay out of that one. Again, links in the chat room. I read something today that Candace Owens' claim was false. I mean, it depends where the source came from, but the video she did on it, she seemed very thorough. But hey, you never know. You never know. Oh, Snopes. Oh. I think the polls close in Atlanta at 7. And no, we're not talking about the stripper polls. We're talking about the voting polls. I think they close around 7. And they start counting at like 7:25, something like that. Yeah, something like that. But guys, links in the chat room. We'll stay on for like another 5 minutes if nobody calls in. Oh, somebody. Oh, I might. Yeah, but what's Cardi B? Listen, they had. So Kamala Harris on 2 occasions have turned her rallies into a strip club. She had Cardi B. She had Megan Thee Stallion shaking that thing. She had Glorilla shaking that thing. No, I'm asking, will they be counting votes for 3 to 4 days? I don't. Not this time. No, not this time. If it turns out to be similar to like I predict Georgia to be similar. What were the final results of Stacey Abrams? Hold on one second. What final? Hold on. Goober National. Is that considered Goober National results? Georgia 2022. Here we go. What was the final breakdown? So in 2022, Kemp won by like what? Is that about 7? A little under 8%. Yeah, a little under 8%. Kemp won. And like I said, I don't think the margin will be that big. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, I don't think the margins will be that big or that wide when it comes to Trump, Kamala. But I think Trump's going to take Georgia. But guys, click on that link. Give me your predictions. Who you think is going to win? Who you think is going to lose? What surprises we might be in store for? Yeah, give me your give me your predictions. Give me your thoughts. Call in. Sean Gigo said he's voting for his couch. Hey, more power to you. That's your right. That's your right. The link's in the chat. We'll wait a couple more minutes. But let's see. Let's go to real clear politics. Hold on. Oh, who's this? Expert guy. Go ahead.
G, what up? Yeah, I think Trump's gonna win this one, man.
Are you under the car?
No, oh yeah, I'm under a car, man. I turn wrenches for a living. Yeah.
Okay, hey, that's what's up, man. What kind of cars you work on?
Right now, I'm pulling this transmission out of a 2013 Denali.
Okay.
Got to rebuild it, man.
You work on German vehicles or no?
Yeah, I just don't like doing it that much.
Okay.
Parts are scarce, and sometimes the information for diagnosis isn't all there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Where are you located?
St. Louis.
Oh yeah, well Trump got Missouri, so we ain't worried about that. That's easily gonna be red.
Yeah, it's always red here.
Yeah, but you think Trump's gonna take it this year?
Yeah, man. In my opinion, I think it's more than likely gonna be like a landslide victory, bro.
Everybody's saying landslide, man.
Yeah, Kamala Harris, she a little nuts. You know what I'm saying? And so far, the only people that I hadn't heard going to vote for are like the boomers and some of the Gen Xers. Because like a lot of us millennials, we like, man, I had money in my pocket when Trump was in office. I'm fucking broke now, and all my customers are broke. You know what I'm saying? So shit, people are hoping to make good money. I even know hardcore pro-blacks voting for Trump too. So you know what I'm saying?
Right, me too.
Yeah, so it's like shit. This is going to be. It's got to be a landslide victory. I don't know. I feel like they might be trying to rig that shit. But you know, I think Trump's going to get it. It's even in the electoral vote, he'll more than likely get it.
Oh, well, you mean, well, of course, electoral. You mean the popular vote?
So the popular vote too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, T. Khalid, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm optimistic, man. These people don't want Trump to win so badly that I do believe that there was an inside job on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump that first one, because there's no way, in my belief, that a 20-year-old kid like that can get 120 yards from Trump and miss. They're doing all these legal lawfare, things against them. All the media is against them. In my opinion, for Trump to win, he's got to blow her out, man. Meaning, there's so many people that vote
Right.
that
They
even
can't.
if they cheat, exactly, man, because anything that's fishy, in my opinion, anything that's fishy is always going to go the Democrat way. It's not going to be in Trump's favor. Anything that doesn't make sense, any fishy voting, it's not going to be in his favor. So that's my thing. And just another thing for black men sitting out. I mean, I get it. I think most of the brothers are sitting out because they're the whole immunity thing and they don't like Trump's personality. But the problem is the statement that black men make, especially if Kamala Harris wins, is that you can talk down on us, you can disrespect us, you can continue to ignore us, and we're going to still get your vote. Because unfortunately, as many black men who decide to sit out, the majority that vote is still going to vote Democrat. And the message that black men are going to send is you can keep talking crap to us. If black men want to be taken seriously, in my opinion, they should forcefully vote for Trump. Just send a message. Okay, both parties are trash. They are probably not going to do anything, but you got to know how to send a message so that way people can take you seriously. So that way they can sit down and talk to you and give you tangibles. But, by just not participating, in my opinion, and not sending a message, yeah, you're never going to be taken seriously. So, I mean, I think black men really need to wake up to this. And this may be, in my opinion, the last vote for us. Because if Kamala Harris wins, I'm telling you, people are dumb. If they think that this woman is going to solve that illegal immigration problem, people's heads are just screwed off. It's going to get 20 times worse under her, in my opinion. And I truly do believe that they do want to replace our votes with the illegal immigrants. That way they can care less if black people vote or not. Our vote truly won't matter if Kamala Harris wins. And I'm thinking black men need to be just a little bit more strategic, man. The reason why black women are like center stage because they're active in politics. Like, I don't understand why the brothers are sitting down on the couch while the black men are, while the black women are making all the noises, calling all the plays. And guess what? The Democrats are catering to them. So until black men do the same thing, yeah, man. So don't sit down, vote for Trump, and then force these Democrats to come to the table. But yeah, that's what I mean on that, man.
So what do you, let me read the super chat and let me get your prediction. Matless X $5. Even if Trump wins, it still won't be over if they don't kill him. They'll just impeach him for jaywalking or ripping the tag off the mattress. So what's your final predictions, T? Like what Rust Belt states you think he'll win? Like how do you think he's gonna play out tomorrow?
Man, I think, man, it's going to be hard, man. I think he's going to, in my opinion, I truly do think he's going to win all the states, but I don't trust the system. You remember in 2020 when he was up on some of those swing states?
Yeah,
and then overnight they stopped vote counting. Yeah,
right.
Man. I'm like, what the hell is this? And now he's losing. Like, man, I'm telling you, man. So we'll see. Now, one thing I can say, Diners, though, is a lot of black people I'm noticing, especially online, and someone around me, they're either not voting or voting for Trump. They're speaking heavily against Kamala Harris. Like, I mean, you talking about people like Tariq Nasheed, man, who I thought he was a shill at first. And Tariq Nasheed has an audience who is just like blackity black. Mm-hmm. Umar Johnson as well. They are speaking more against Kamala Harris than Trump, and actually telling people anybody but Kamala. So we'll see, man.
Yeah. Biko, go ahead.
Yes. I've experienced every president since John F. Kennedy. So I last voted for Barack Obama. That was in 2008. And after his first term, I was not impressed with what he was doing domestically and foreign policy wise, and his do nothing for black people type of policy, nothing he would do for black people. So this year, I'm a baby boomer and I voted for Trump because
Okay.
basically
Right. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what state are you located in?
Georgia. And I think that
Okay,
in
I'm in
Georgia here, I think Kamala's going to lose bad here in Georgia.
Mm.
Because I figure it like this, that Hillary Clinton, a white woman, did not get white women's vote.
And Biko, not to cut you off, that's my point. I don't see Kamala doing better than Hillary Clinton. I just don't
No.
see it. Go ahead.
Yes, she's not going to do better. And another example was Stacey Abrams. It was hot on her. And a lot of white women were saying,
she got blown out against Kim.
yeah, and a lot of white women were saying, we love you, Stacey, but they went in there and voted for Brian Kemp. That's who they voted for. So I am for the borders being closed because at this time, I see my hometown of Chicago, they're being flooded with people and resources being spent on illegals, and black people are suffering in those communities. So I am for that, and I'm for at least Trump attempting to do away with those sanctuary cities because they're really harming our people overall. So that's why I voted for Trump, for those two reasons: the immigration and getting away from those sanctuary cities.
Can I ask you a question, man? First, why do you think so many boomers are? I mean, because a lot of them, man, you cannot reach them. A lot of them is pro-Democrat, no matter what. Why do you think so many boomers will just refuse to look at the other side and just going to vote blue, no matter who, until they die? Like, what do you think is causing that? Why aren't they opening up their minds to look at other candidates?
I think a lot of I'm kind of like in a small minority that do this. A lot of them is stuck in, like the civil rights generation, what happened there with LBJ. And when you really get to researching LBJ, he was a racist. He didn't do anything, basically. He got pinned into doing it because Republicans were voting for those type of things. But I think that they get too emotional and not looking at the policies, and they get stuck on, okay, this person. Barack Obama was a perfect example. So I said, I voted for all these other presidents, so let me give this Barack Obama a chance. So after I saw his policies, especially with Libya, and then him just promoting the gay agenda and not doing anything for black people, I said, I don't have anything for you. So that's the same with Kamala too. She's got a terrible record for black men out in California. So I know I couldn't vote for her. And plus, she stated from her own mouth, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people. So I said, I don't know that did it. So I think a lot of the baby boomers, they just get stuck too much in emotionalism and the past and not looking at the policy. I look at policies and I agree with the young people that if they're going to sit on the couch, that's fine. If they wanted to vote for Trump, that's fine. But independent, if they want to do that with the Jill Stein and that type of thing, fine. But anything but Kamala, because I think if she gets in, she's going to put a hurt on a lot of black people. We'll survive. We'll survive, but she's going to put a hurt on us.
Two questions. Question number one: what county are you in Georgia?
I'm in Gwinnett County. It's the most diverse county in the state of Georgia.
Okay, because I think Gwinnett went Democrat back in 2020.
Yeah, just barely.
Barely. So what about, you think this time around, what do you think is going to happen in Gwinnett County?
I think it's going to turn back red because they're looking at, a lot of people are looking at cost of living, the inflation, that type of thing. And they don't want this to become any kind of, sanctuary city or sanctuary state. And that's not going to happen here in Georgia, I don't think. So I think it's going to be a bloodbath for Kamala here in Georgia. She's going to lose badly.
Okay, what about overall? As far as, how do you see it play out? How do you see it playing out overall?
I see it should go up for Trump pretty well, but I have seen one election where it was like Richard Nixon against John F. Kennedy in the 60s, and really Nixon should have won, but he got cheated out of it because they were stuffing ballots in Chicago, and you had Sam Giancana, having dead people vote there. So it's possible. It's possible that he could get cheated out of it. but I think he should be able to win in a landslide.
And then my last question: Are you still close to your family or people in Chicago?
I have some people there, some relatives there, some friends and things.
People are telling me Chicago might, not go red, but lean more right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're going to punish Brandon Johnson and the Democrats because they have been seeing homeless black men and black women out on the streets, and then you're giving these illegals free homes and debit cards and all these type of things. So I think it should turn red. I think it will, and they'll get Brandon Johnson out of it, and they'll probably get some of those aldermen out of it that are proving all this ridiculous money for them.
Appreciate it. Go ahead, Sid. Sid, unmute yourself. Well, I think I muted you. Let me unmute you. Go ahead, Sid.
Yeah, I think Kamala Harris, she's gonna win, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. And also I'm West African, originally from Liberia. So I came here 20 years ago.
Are you in Minnesota? Where are you located?
I'm in New York City, Harlem.
Okay.
So I know a lot of West Africa because I hear a lot of brothers complaining about the illegal immigrant. And I think it was a good idea for most of those guys to come here. And when they came, they realized that America is not like before. So I speak a local Mandingo language. So whether you're from Senegal, or you're from Guinea, or you're from Ivory Coast, it's a very common West African language. So, and I realized most of them have gone back. Coming to America, realizing that it's not what America is, and most of them have gone back. And some of them even sold their properties to come here. So most of them have regretted coming here. And even if you open the border now, it's not going to be like before. So it was a lesson for most of them, and they have gone back. So people complain about illegal immigrants. I don't think that whether Trump is in power or Kamala Harris is in power, they're all going to allow illegal immigrants to come in. As a matter of fact, right now at Amazon, you could use anybody's ID as an illegal immigrant to go and work for Amazon because they need workers, they need employees. So it doesn't matter. Even when I came here 20 years ago, I regretted why I came, because when I came, I was shocked to see this is how America looked like. That was like 20 years ago from West Africa. So people coming now, seeing the situation here, it's not like before. Most of them have gone back. I have my cousin that lived in Equatorial Guinea. He was making 3 million CFA. When he came, or luckily for him, he stayed for a month, and he went back. He took his job back.
What situation are you talking about when you said people see the situation? What situation are you talking about?
Well, I hear a lot of brothers complaining about illegal immigrants, right? That people coming, the border is open. I'm talking specifically about West African, right? When I came, first of all, I was in college at that time then, right? I was going to school in Freetown for a big college, living in Liberia from Civil War, and I was going to college in Sierra Leone. So coming here and find myself being as a back messenger or as a cab driver, because finding myself to go to school and start working in corporate America, right? It took me 20 years to get where I am right now.
Okay, but can you just get to the point instead of your backstory, because it's kind of long? Just what situation? Because it sounds like when you say they come over here and it's not what they seem. So are you expecting the natives to use taxpayer funds to support you? Is that what that is?
No, none of them. First of all, I'm not talking about all the illegal immigrants that come here, right? But specifically about the West Africans, I don't know why people think that when they come here, people give them free stuff. That's not true. Specifically, the ones
I don't think people care about legal people coming here. It's the illegals. I think that's where y'all get mixed up in this constant kind of fake news. Legal is different from illegal. If you flew in this country legally, we don't care about that.
Into the border. I'm talking about illegal immigrant that came through the border. First of all, when I came to America, I came illegally. I came with somebody else's passport, right? When I
Okay,
arrived at
so yeah,
JFK.
then
So that
we
was
would have a problem with you because y'all come over here leeching, like y'all broke into this country illegally, and then and it's kind of parasitic because you break into this country illegally, and then you're telling the natives to vote against your best interest so more people can break into the country illegally, right?
no, but what I'm saying, if you go to Trump, wherever Trump have his Malago, if you go there, you will find illegal immigrant working. If you go to Amazon right now, Amazon is hiring people. They don't even look at ID, right? They look at somebody. Even if as a guy, you can take an ID from any other West African and present it to Amazon. They will hire you because they need workers, right? I'm just telling you something that is
Yeah,
going
and
on.
that is a problem. I agree. And this
Right.
is why people say illegal immigrants depress the wages because,
No,
they would rather hire an
but brother,
illegal over a native. This is why we got to do something about that border. Because you wouldn't
That
want to
escape,
do that
Pastor
in
Mike?
y'all's
but what
country.
I'm saying is that
Hold
the
on.
job the illegal immigrants that are doing, specifically me right now, first when I came, I was making $150 a week as a security guy in South Bronx. At that time in South Bronx, nobody could take a job at South Bronx. There was shooting going on all the time. From there,
Bro, if you came over here
listen,
illegal, nobody really cared.
let me tell you what, because people got a misconception about illegal immigrants.
All right. So you got 20 seconds. I got to pass to Mr. Sandman, and from there I got to pass to Elvis. You got 20 seconds.
Sorry about that. So basically, I went through all of that and went through college. I work right now. Right now, I just came from Kenya, so I work in corporate America. I work my way up. So basically, everybody talking about immigrant coming to take your job. What they do, the type of job they do, you don't want to do that. You don't even want to do that for the fact that these are low class jobs. And even with me right now, I can't do this type of job anymore. So sorry about that. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay, let me pass it to Mr. Sandman, and after that, Elvis. Go ahead, Mr. Sandman.
Yes, thank you for letting me in there. Yeah, so I'm wondering what I don't understand what the love affair with Trump is because throughout the history of our engagement with you white people, and last I checked, Trump is a white person. When have white people ever given us anything unless it benefited them?
Damn, Biko did say boomers are stuck on white supremacy. He sure was right about that.
What, Mike? Mr. Sandman, did you vote in this election?
I'm voting tomorrow.
Or I'm gonna take you're voting for Kamala or Jill Stein or.
Well, I don't. I'm leaning towards Kamala, but I could be influenced to vote for Trump if I find
He
out.
voted for Kamala.
If someone could tell me what the long-term objective of voting for Trump is, because all
Is
right, you're
Trump
trying
a white
to say that we
supremacist?
get Trump in office for a few years, and he's going to lower the gas prices, and so we get a couple extra dollars in our pocket for a year or so, and then we go right back to the business as usual. We still broke as hell at the bottom of the rung. What is the long-term objective here?
So
I
which
don't
economy
understand.
was better, Trump's or Biden and Harris? Which economy was better for black people?
That economy was going well, for everybody in the country. And it was going well prior to Trump getting in office, and it continued while he was in office. And then the economy tanked during the pandemic. So I'm like,
You talk about black people
what is
making money and you see the economy tanking.
I'm
The
saying
logic
all right,
ain't
so
logicking,
Trump
man.
says he's going to increase the economy and make the economy better by doing tariffs and what? What do we have an example of terrorists in, improving the economy in a substantial way?
Yeah, the last 4 years of Trump's presidency. Yeah.
How many terrorists did he inflict?
I don't know the necessary number of tariffs, but do you know the incentive? Do you know why he's issuing tariffs? In your mind, do you know the reason for it? Do you know the moral reason for it?
He's trying to say
out of
that
curiosity.
he's trying to say that he's going to make all of these businesses that sell products to the United States, that are American businesses that are profiting by taking their businesses overseas and paying a lesser rate for the labor overseas.
Okay,
And then
so
selling
is that a
their
bad
product back
thing?
over
But
here
let me
so they
ask
can
you
get
this:
extra profit.
So if you're looking out for the best interests of American people, do you continue business as usual by having jobs continue to go overseas and pay people slave labor for products and then
Okay, see,
resell
this
it
is
back
what
to
I'm
the United
talking
States?
about.
Is that a pro-American thing?
You're talking about like a short
No, but
term
yeah, but I'm
answer
just
to a
trying to
long term
understand your
problem.
logic because you're
Okay,
talking about
so
economy. So like break down how is the status quo of jobs going overseas,
I'm trying to
laying off
explain it to you, but
Americans
you
at
keep
home,
talking over me.
including Black Americans, and then shipping that product back to the United States, and we
I'm
do
trying to explain it to
absolutely
you.
nothing about that. How is that intelligent economics?
Okay, so all of these businesses that are making all these profits by taking their businesses overseas, have you looked at your stock portfolio lately? So
What?
you're going to make it so that these companies are going to making less profit, and then now your stock portfolio is going to tank. Where have you
How
been
does
putting
that
all your
help the
money?
man in Detroit who got laid off because his manufacturing business went overseas? I mean, his working business where they hired a
What
bunch
is
of
the
people in
long
this
term
area.
objective
How does
here
that help
financially?
him when his business leaves for another country to hire foreigners to make the same product and send it back? It's almost as if y'all are like anti-American. Like it's so
You're not
wild.
even
Like
you're
Like
what
not
for
even
though,
real.
paying
man?
attention. I just asked you, do you have stock?
It's so wild.
Can I
It doesn't matter if your
can I
stock
get in
go up.
this?
The people who the people can't find jobs. Who cares about if they have a
If your
stock if
stock
they
if
don't
the
even have jobs
company
to invest in
is
the stock?
profiting less money, then your stock portfolio is going to decrease, and the stock market is going to start to tank
Do
again.
you the long-term strategy of tariffs is to dissuade companies from going overseas and to build here in America. That's the long-term goal. Yes, it may hurt in the short term, but you got to know how to play the long-term game. If you are pushing an America first policy, you want the Americans to make products here in America and sell it to America. You don't want Apple to be building slave labor in China
Dennis, can I
and
come
then
in?
selling Apple products back in America. That's
And
anti-American.
Apple
And companies that
is going to
charge
cost
more for
Apple more
export.
to create that product, and they're going to pass that off onto the consumer. And at that point, when they're passing the price over down to the consumer, we're all going to start losing more money. So it's just
Short-term pain for
you just
long-term goals. Like you got to know how to think
in the
long-term
stock
strategy.
and the inflation in the United States is always going to be higher than any other country. So just because these companies come over here, if they were to come back, and I'm not even sure that would happen, but even if they did come back,
Damn
it's
sure ain't
not
gonna
like the
happen under
price
Kamala
of
because she
the
ain't got no
product is
policies
going to
and bring them back.
decrease.
Hey guys, let me pass the mic to Elvis. Go ahead, Elvis.
All right. Thank you, Dennis. And hello to the panel. Look, I just want you to be aware of something called the red mirage. And this is based on voting patterns. So in-person voting is counted first. And usually Republicans tend to vote more in person. So you're probably going to see a surge for the Republican, Trump. And then after in-person voting is done, they start to count, the mail-in ballots, which tend to lean heavily Democrat, about 6-4. So then you're going to see Kamala Harris surging and catching up. But ultimately, I think she wins this election, and we're going to turn the page on Trump. No more MAGA, and we're going to move on to the future without all of this nonsense that Trump brings. And last, Trump lost more jobs during his term overseas. He lost more manufacturing jobs under his term than the jobs we lost under Biden. That's a fact. That's a cold hard fact. So all of these guys that's trying to kick for Trump, tomorrow is the ultimate day. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday we'll find out, and we can move on and maybe focus your channel back on Africa and stop talking about politics because it's so divisive. But I think she wins, and there's two words: white women. White women is going to break heavily for her, and I think she wins these elections. That's all. Thank you.
Go ahead, Kay.
Hey, how you guys doing?
No good.
So I just wanted to say I appreciate all races before I start talking. All right, so I'm indigenous to America, and also, I
Oh,
wanted to say,
oh God. Oh,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
I'm gonna talk about voting. I want to talk
No,
about
go
your
ahead.
Indian
You're
thing,
just America. Okay, go ahead.
your topic. I wanted to talk about your topic, the Indian thing. the topic you talked about was so powerful because
No. We're talking about red dot Indian, not the pseudo.
yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Americans right now. I was just stating my claim.
Well, you say
But
you're indigenous to America. Oh, go ahead.
all right, I'm saying this. The Kamala, right? I was wondering like why she if she Indian, why is she not getting why is she not pressuring her race like how Trump would be pressuring, his race. And I was like, wow. So was a really good point you brought up. That's all I wanted to say. That
Okay.
Indian part I said about me, that's just me stating my claim and who I am.
Okay,
That's
that's
all.
cool. Who do you have winning the election?
Okay, so I didn't vote, but I wanted to say this, man. Um, what you, I wanted to say this back. So in the early 1900s, we made a deal with everyone to come here. Like it's open. This is an open country. You get what I'm saying?
Who's
So
we?
like America. I'm not talking about nothing exclusive. You get what I'm saying? So when they're doing like when they doing the tariffs and everything, and they put it at zero, like import stuff here, it's cheaper because we made a deal with everyone to create a place in the world where everyone could come. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's why it is how.
Where can I find this deal? Like, what's this deal?
Just type in Roosevelt, start at Roosevelt, and then go to the 19, and then from there, the next event is in the 1920s to the
No,
30s.
there's usually a name for these deals, bro. It's not no Roosevelt. There's
What?
usually
I'm talking about a
there's
fake
usually a
president that
name
did
of
that.
a
What are you
deal,
talking
bro.
about, bro?
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking about a
there's usually a
president that
name
actually
for a
rolled
deal.
in and ushered in the U.S. dollar. What are you talking about?
What's the name of the deal? Because they don't just pass stuff without names. You have to have a universal name for it.
They created the U.S. dollar, guy. Roosevelt. You're American, right? I don't not
Bro,
get. See, this is
y'all
what I didn't
talking
want to come on
circles,
here and
bro.
do. I didn't want to come here and go back and forth. That's all I'm saying. This is an open country. So why the Africans can come over here, right? It's because we said, okay, we get their resources. And when it's all developed, they could come here and they could work these jobs. Because us indigenous people, we are against fucking working. Period.
What that have to do with who you think is going to win between Trump and Kamala?
Oh, okay. Tell you that. One is pretty much voting for AI, and one is voting for human capital, human slavery. So regardless, y'all's getting replaced. So y'all niggas is bitches, and y'all need to go back to where y'all come from.
Who's going to win, bro? Kamala or Trump?
It doesn't matter. You're voting for somebody else to rule over you.
I mean, damn. No, but to answer his question about the Indian men, because that is I should have addressed that. The reason why black men are being targeted over Indian men is because black men vote in the block, unfortunately, like women, and black men generally, unfortunately, the majority votes Democrat. You can't really say the same thing about Indian men. Also, you don't see Indian men beating up, and when I say beating up, I mean verbally, attacking other Indian men for saying, "Hey, I want to vote for a Republican." They're kind of respectable, but in our community, and unfortunately, this is not all boomers, but unfortunately, a lot of the boomers really shame black people into voting Democrats. So when you have a block like that, of course they are going to target you. And then when that block is breaking away, it's kind of like an insult to that power structure. So that's why they keep attacking black men because they're like, vote like how you always voted, vote blue, stop asking questions, stop trying to get tangibles. Just do like how you always been doing since the beginning of time and vote blue. This is why black men are targeted, and we should be insulted by that. I don't know why we're a collective of men that is okay with being attacked like that, and then reward these people. Not like teach them a lesson and say, "Hey, you're going to treat us like every other race of men. You're going to treat us with respect." No, we're going to stand both for you, and then set the tone that you keep approaching black men like this while respecting other races of men. If black men don't wake up and sit there and set some consequences, we are setting up our future generations of political failure and disrespect.
Biko, you want to add to that? And guys, link to the chat room. If you want to call in after the conversation, please click on the link.
Well, I just think it's just important for people to really look at the policies, and I think this is going to be changing, especially with the younger people. My generation, most of us I think, are going to still vote blue no matter who until they die. But I think the newer generation is going to flip this up and get more tangibles. That's why I voted for Trump. It wasn't like I'm expecting Trump to do these fantastic things. One of my thing was with Trump was I wanted to punish the DNC, the Democrats, for not giving black people anything all this time. Plus, I figured, at least like I said before, Trump, he did close the border before, and he did talk about what was it, doing away with sanctuary cities. So that's two of the reasons that I voted for Trump. And plus, the third one was to punish the Democrats for not doing anything. I think even in 2028, should they not change their behavior there, I will vote for the Republican nominee, whoever that is, either, because I'm not going to vote for Gavin Newsom if he runs. Because
oh God,
yeah,
oh good.
If America turns into California, we are done, bro.
yeah, I can see Gavin Newsom trying to run, and he didn't even want to vote for reparations there, so I wouldn't vote for him either.
All right, guys, links in the chat room. If you want to add to the conversation, click on the link. If not, we'll stay on another 20 minutes or so. Oh, guys, so live election stream, super stream here. I think we're going to start at 6:30 tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're starting at 6:30 tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in, watching the live election coverage, go ahead and come join us tomorrow at, I'll tell you right now, what time are we going live? Hold on, what time? Guys, give me a second. I'm sorry about that. 6:45 p.m. 6:45 p.m. right here. We're going to be live, and we're going to be, we'll be here till about midnight, maybe even sooner, depending on how it plays out. Expert guy, you wanted to add something?
Oh yeah, man. I guess my question to dude who's a pretendian.
He left.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Was that guy saying America's open to everybody? I don't like some of our people, man. It's like I don't know if they've been so conditioned by the media that they will just self-sabotage.
They are.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like they support policies that they see hurts their fellow brother and sister. Like, especially we can see examples of what's going on in Chicago, in New York, how you got mayors giving resources, taking resources out the black community and giving it to illegals who just off the border. They're getting free housing, health care, jobs, things of this nature. I think New York was giving out cash cards. And what about the poor native citizens? And you say the hell with them, screw them. America should be some open country. That doesn't make any sense. And then you got people who aren't from this country dictating, who cross the border illegally, dictating to the native citizens how them crossing the border illegally, taking our jobs, things of that nature is benefit to us. It's the arrogance of that. And I'm telling you, man, illegal immigrants talking like that, it's hurting them because it's mixing them up with the illegal immigrants. And we don't need none of y'all here. Like if you're going to come to this country and go against the values, that's like a traitor. Because I can't imagine going to their countries behaving like that. I feel like I'll get stoned to death talking like that. But because they have a white liberal power structure who uses them just like how they use black people for votes and pushing other agendas, they feel empowered because the white liberal power structure got their back.
Let me pass it to City. Go ahead, City. You got to turn off the fan in the background. We can barely hear you. You got to turn off the fan. Okay, we can't hear you at all. No. Oh, that's most fat with all that noise. Hold on. CD, go ahead, CD. That was my bad, CD. You there? CD. Okay. Hey, most fat, you got to turn off that fan in the background, whatever you got going on. CD, you there? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You got to turn on. We can't hear you. Most Fed, you got to turn off that fan or whatever you got going on in the background. Maryam, go ahead. Most Fed, go ahead. Most Fed.
It's been taken care of.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Most Fed, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Greetings to the panel. Very interesting topic. I think in this election, if we reflect back a few years, I think in this election, especially as Black men, across the country, across the world, wherever you are, I think that what we ought to do, we shouldn't be looking at the individual. We shouldn't be playing party politics, showing favoritism to either party, because the main thing that really matters is our interests. And what I mean by our interests is we have to recollect on all of the things that we've discussed on this particular channel and others over the past few years. And I would say your best choice right now, considering all of the shenanigans that's been displayed by the Harris administration, and I'm not picking on her or her administration, but I think right now the best selection you can make tomorrow would be for Donald Trump. Because I'm not just looking at tomorrow, I'm looking at what's going to happen in his administration speculatively over the next 4 years. And one thing in particular that I have been looking at, that I've been showing, given a good favorable amount of time, is his concept of freedom cities. Now, I think this falls into what we've been discussing about, establishing and building settlements, cities, and communities, either here in the United States or elsewhere. So that's something that we might want to look into in the future. And I'd like to know if the rest of the panel agrees or disagree with me. That's all I got to say, Dinus.
I agree with voting for Trump. We got to send a message as Black men. Unless Black men want to continue to be disrespected, and vote for Kamala, I promise you the message is the disrespect works against the Black man. Barack Obama talking down works against the Black men. Continue this every 4 years. Black men has to send a message.
Let me pass it to CD. CD, you there? CD. Okay. Maryam, go ahead, Maryam.
Okay, greetings to the panel. My prediction could be wrong, but my prediction is I think Trump will win. I was listening to a panel, a YouTube earlier, and a lot of Arab Americans, they want to vote for Jill Stein just to spite Kamala, and they even said that they know that it will cause Trump to win, and that was kind of their purpose. Like they're not even hoping that Jill Stein will win, but they're voting for her. But they know it's to reduce the vote for Kamala. So I'm thinking, and I think they're doing good on in Michigan already. I think Jill Stein is passing Kamala in Michigan.
Nah, she ain't passing.
That's what I heard.
But you know what she just said was interesting. So I was going to bring that up with the Muslims. See, what the Muslims are doing is they're doing what I said we should be doing, is sending a message. They're telling the Biden and Harris administration that if you keep supporting Israel, genociding Palestinians as Muslims, we're not going to vote for you. And we don't care if Trump gets in power. I watched one of those panels, and one of the Muslims said this is the only power that we can message that we can send to the Democrats. They keep taking advantage of us, so fine. We're going to either vote for Jill Stein or sit out or vote for Trump. But we got to send a message that they're not going to keep taking us for granted. This is what I said Black people should be doing, because what the Muslims are doing is to let the Democrats know, you keep supporting genocide, you're not going to get our vote, and you're going to have to keep going through Trump presidencies. Black people need to be doing the exact same thing. You keep ignoring us, you keep pandering to us, you ain't gonna give us no reparations. You're gonna sit there and put illegals over us. Guess what? You're gonna keep getting used to more Trump presidencies. That's what you have to do. Send a message.
All right, Miriam, go ahead. You want to respond, Miriam?
Yeah, and I kind of do agree with Biko that I think.
I'm sorry to interrupt. And T, the Somalians in Minnesota also endorsed Trump. But go ahead, Miriam.
Yeah,
I tend to agree with T. he made some great points,
Well,
especially.
let Miriam finish, and then we'll pass it to you. Go ahead, Miriam.
Right on, my bad.
The older generation, I think they're gonna vote blue until till the plane crashes. They're not gonna change. And I did have a question for T. My question is, from what I'm hearing about the economy in America, I don't know if anybody can fix it, and I want to hear your take on that.
It can't be fixed if we have a wide open border and we're subsidizing illegal immigrants and we're spending 500 million or even billions of dollars fighting, supporting Ukraine against Russia. We're giving Israel millions of dollars. Yeah, you cannot have a sustainable economy with all these wars going on. So yes, I do truly believe that if Trump gets in, ends these stupid, ridiculous wars, close the border and focus on America, I believe that will fix the economy. But if we keep things as it is, there's no way, especially they are trying to increase the social security net. They're going to bankrupt this country. So that's, in my opinion, what Trump is doing with these cuts on these certain areas will help move the economy in the right direction.
Hey, Dinus, can
Go
I
ahead.
ask T a question?
Go ahead.
Hey, T, do you see the possibility of states seceding from the United States? It's something that's been on my mind for the past few months, because when you brought up the issue about the national debt, me too, I just can't see it being resolved, because actually there's no will by the U.S. Congress back in Washington, D.C. to see to it that, this debt is cleared. So the only way that the United States would, quote unquote, become successful in the future is just break the states down to where we have these independent regions. And which leads back to my earlier statement as far as Black people looking out for themselves and their viability in the future. I would even say that we need to go back to some of the earlier discussions that we had years ago, where we start these little settlements or these little towns and cities so that we build ourselves. So what do you think about that, T?
I mean, I don't really. I'll be honest with you. I don't see that too much as feasible. I mean, I can possibly see a situation where states are succeeding if there's a civil war, which could possibly happen in 2024. There could be so much foul play. Let's say Kamala wins, and the Trump supporters see a lot of foul play, a lot of cheating, and the red states don't see her as president. They may succeed, and vice versa. Maybe if Trump wins, the blue states can't take another Trump presidency, and they may succeed. But I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think a lot of people would be on board with enclaves as of right now. Like the black community, look, man, you can't get Black liberals and conservatives to have a decent conversation, man. You got to have a unified community to have settlements. Like right now, any African American that says, "Hey, I'm either not voting or I'm voting for Trump," gets viscerally attacked. They are not respected. There's no sit down and let's talk and let's see we come together. It's you're coon, you're excommunicated from the community, you're canceled. So until we mature as a community, I don't ever see us sitting down in settlements, because I'm not agreeing with none of these liberals. I don't agree with cutting 3 old boys things off and transitioning them. So, I'm gonna be hardcore against that.
Hey, Dinus, you said we got about what, 4.5 to 5 years before hits the fan.
Well, there's a lot that factors into that. Yeah.
Well, to go back to what T was saying, I think that this partisanship between Black people, as far as like whether you're with the Democratic Party or Republican Party, we got to throw that out the window. I think the one thing that's going to really matter in the future, and it's going to get real serious too, you're going to stick, or you're going to group yourself with people of like interests, and that breaks down to immediate values. What do you value in life? What do you value for yourself? What do you value for your community and your family? I think that's going to be the deciding factor. That's all I got to say. Thanks for letting me on, Dynas. I appreciate it.
No problem. Guys, links in the chat room. We'll go ahead and start closing out. Biko, you already gave your election predictions. What else? Any surprises tomorrow? I don't know if you've been following like the different states. I mean, some people like my friends in New Jersey are saying New Jersey's in play. I mean, I don't know, but they're saying New Jersey might be in play. There's any surprises that we might see tomorrow?
I'm not sure with other states, except for maybe Illinois. I think there should be maybe some predictions as far as changes of aldermen there and the things that's going on in Chicago. There, I think there was some changes there in seats and aldermen's there. Those are the only ones I can think of. As far as future predictions, we're trying to get. At least I'm trying my best to get Warnock out of here in Georgia because he's not doing anything for black people here. So
what does he do, if anything?
I'm just. It's just amazing how his congregation allows him to just. You have black people, homeless black people, out of Dr. King's church outside there, and he's just going all against the text of the Bible that you're supposed to do just to make his money. He's getting a preacher's salary, plus he's getting a senator's salary. And he just agrees with anything that Joe Biden or the Harris administration says to do. So that's the future to get him out of there too. For me, at least, I'm going to try to get Warnock out of there. He's doing terrible for Georgians, especially black Georgians.
So just one more time. So the last time he voted was 2008.
For president, yes.
Right, correct. For president.
Yes.
And so, but you just voted for Trump in 2024.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you didn't vote in 2020.
No, I sat out 2020 for the president.
Oh, for the president. Do you do you know a lot of people who are similar to you or might have voted Democrat in 2020 and are voting for Trump in 2024, or didn't vote at all and are voting for Trump 2024?
Well, I talked to some family members. They ended up voting for Trump, or they ended up sitting it out.
So they're voting for Trump in 2024?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Are they in Georgia or they're in Illinois?
Georgia. Yeah. One senior citizen voted for Trump that I know.
And who did they vote for in 2020? Do you know?
She sat it out.
Oh, okay. All right. So then I'm gonna pass it to T. Go ahead, T. What are your thoughts on that, T?
No, that's actually good, man. Especially, it's always interesting. Like I give boomers a hard time, but it's good to see the ones, because the boomers that don't vote blue no matter who, I give extra respect for, because I understand, that generation didn't have social media during that time. I mean, you got to think about Malcolm X. Malcolm X knew the Democrat game. He knew how they was playing black folks before internet. I mean, that level of intelligence, how he saw how we gave all of our votes to one side and got nothing in return and was put last. I mean, he said that, 50, 60 years ago, and the same thing is happening today, and a lot of black folks still can't see it. So, the people who are born, the boomers who get that, I got to salute them, because, man, I can imagine it's probably lonely out there. The moment you speak your truth, you can't even say, I'm just going to sit this one out without being attacked. Oh, well, that's just a vote for Trump. So I know it takes a lot of courage. But yeah, it's just interesting to see that. And I am hoping that Georgia goes black red, because they did put Biden in, right? Did Georgia go blue in 2020?
Yeah, it went in 2020.
Damn, man.
2022 went back red for governor. But
hey, let me ask you this about Georgia, man.
T, real quick. Remember now, this is where, Biden only won by 11,000 votes, and this is where where they were counting the votes at the dome, that the water main break happened, and then the following day, all of a sudden, Biden 11,000 votes.
But hey, Don, I was going to ask y'all this from Georgia. Georgia's funny to me. So y'all got a red governor,
right?
But the state goes blue, and then y'all sending like a blue senator. What is going on? Like, why is it not red across the board, man?
You gotta understand, that was only one. That was like the first time Georgia went blue in forever.
Okay. Okay.
And it's because of COVID and George Floyd.
Got you. Okay.
But they don't have that this time.
Okay, cool, man. Because I hope Georgia goes red, man. Because I like, and I'm in on this. Like I said, I think this, even more than black women, this is a pivotal moment for black men because all these articles written about us, man. I don't even know if y'all watched that BET summit for black men.
I'd have erased my time.
Bro, I couldn't watch 5 minutes, but once again, it's a bunch of liberals, black liberals, no black independents, no black conservatives, but they act like that this is the coalition of black men. They speak for all black men, and they're pretty much shaming black men. And then Michelle Obama comes out and she tells black women, don't vote like your husbands. Vote for Kamala. Like all this disrespect for black men. And you got to be a really weak beta black man to watch that and still go vote for them. Like, what is wrong with you? That's cowardice. And I see why Malcolm X called them traitors. He was so forceful. He said, you're a chump. You are a political chump because you're looking at the party disrespect you like that and you're still voting for them. And you expect the young black men to follow you? Hell no. We see you as weak traitors. We're not going to follow you. We're going to say you better put some respect to our name, period. We're not voting for Kamala Harris. Come to black men in a correct tone or you're going to lose. And that's all I got to say, bro. I'm jumping off, man.
All right, for sure. Hey, everyone, we'll be on 6:45 p.m. Election special live. It's going to be interesting. Everyone, thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, join us again tomorrow night. Dynasty Research for Huru. Peace.